Imagine discovering that everything you do, feel, and experience is being controlled by a system you never knew existed. A system that operates behind the scenes, making thousands of decisions for you every day without your awareness. This isn't science fiction. This is the reality of how your mind actually works. Most people live their entire lives believing they are in control of their thoughts, actions, and outcomes. They think their conscious mind, the part that analyzes and makes deliberate decisions, is running the show. But neuroscience reveals a different truth. Your conscious mind is like the tip of an iceberg, visible but representing only a tiny fraction of what lies beneath. The real power lies in the massive, hidden portion underwater, in what we call the subconscious mind. This hidden system is far more than just a storage facility for memories. It's an active, intelligent force that shapes your reality in ways that would astonish you. It controls your automatic behaviors, influences your emotions, affects your health, and even determines what opportunities you notice in the world around you. Most remarkably, it's constantly working to create your future based on the instructions you give it, often without realizing you're giving those instructions at all. Understanding how this system works isn't just intellectually fascinating, it's practically life-changing. When you learn to work with your subconscious mind instead of against it, you gain access to capabilities you never knew you had. You can reshape habits that have seemed impossible to break, overcome fears that have held you back for years, and achieve goals that once felt completely out of reach. The journey into understanding your subconscious begins with recognizing its most fundamental characteristic. Unlike your conscious mind, which questions, analyzes, and judges everything, your subconscious mind accepts whatever information you repeatedly feed it as absolute truth. It doesn't matter whether that information is actually accurate or beneficial. Your subconscious treats repeated thoughts, emotions, and mental images as facts about reality, and then works tirelessly to make your external experience match those internal programs. Consider how this works in everyday life. When someone repeatedly tells themselves they are unlucky, their subconscious begins to filter their perception of events to confirm this belief. They start noticing every small setback while ignoring positive developments. Their posture, tone of voice, and energy shift in subtle ways that actually create more negative interactions with others. Without conscious awareness, they begin to expect problems and unconsciously make choices that create the very unlucky experiences they fear. The opposite is equally true. When someone consistently focuses on possibilities and maintains an inner dialogue of capability and hope, their subconscious begins orchestrating their perception and behavior to align with these positive expectations. They notice opportunities that others miss, approach challenges with energy that attracts support, and make decisions from a place of confidence that leads to better outcomes. This isn't positive thinking or wishful thinking. This is understanding how your mind's operating system actually functions. Your subconscious mind is like a sophisticated computer that runs programs based on the code you input. Most people unknowingly input negative, limiting code throughout their lives and then wonder why they keep getting unwanted results. The power of your subconscious becomes even more evident when we examine how it shapes your daily habits and routines. Every automatic behavior you perform, from the way you brush your teeth to your reaction under stress, is controlled by subconscious programming. These programs develop through repetition and eventually become so ingrained that they feel like natural parts of your personality. Take the example of someone who struggles with procrastination. On the surface, it might seem like a simple lack of willpower or motivation, but procrastination is actually a complex subconscious program that developed over time. Perhaps years ago, this person learned to associate starting tasks with feelings of overwhelm or perfectionist anxiety. Their subconscious mind, trying to protect them from these uncomfortable feelings, developed the habit of delay and distraction as a coping mechanism. The fascinating thing about subconscious programs is that they can be completely rewritten through conscious, deliberate practice. But this requires understanding how the reprogramming process actually works. Your subconscious learns through repetition, emotional intensity, and vivid mental imagery. When you combine these three elements consistently, you can literally rewire your automatic responses and create new patterns of thought and behavior. Consider someone who has always been terrified of public speaking. Their subconscious has been programmed to associate speaking in front of groups with danger, embarrassment, and rejection. Every time they think about presenting to others, their body produces stress responses. Their mind floods with worst-case scenarios, and they feel compelled to avoid the situation entirely. But through patient, consistent reprogramming, this same person can transform their relationship with public speaking completely. They begin by repeatedly visualizing themselves, speaking confidently, and receiving positive responses from audiences. They practice feeling calm and centered while imagining themselves in front of groups. They replace their inner dialogue of fear with statements of capability and connection. At first, these new programs feel artificial and unconvincing. The subconscious resists change because it interprets anything unfamiliar as potentially dangerous. But with persistence, the new programming begins to take hold. The person starts to feel less anxious when public speaking opportunities arise. They find themselves volunteering to share ideas in meetings. Their body language becomes more confident, which creates more positive audience responses, which reinforces the new programming even further. One of the most remarkable aspects of subconscious programming is how it operates during sleep. While your conscious mind rests, your subconscious continues processing, integrating, and strengthening whatever information you've been feeding it. This is why the thoughts and mental images you focus on before sleep are so crucial. They become the raw material for your subconscious mind's overnight work. Many breakthrough innovations and creative solutions have emerged from this process. Inventors, artists, and scientists throughout history have reported waking up with answers to problems they had been struggling with for weeks or months. This wasn't luck or magic. It was their subconscious minds working through the night to synthesize information and generate new possibilities based on the focused intention they had set before sleep. You can harness this same process for personal transformation. When you go to sleep with clear mental images of your goals, along with feelings of gratitude and expectation, you're essentially giving your subconscious mind a specific project to work on while you rest. Over time, this nighttime programming begins to influence your daytime awareness, decisions, and opportunities in remarkable ways. Your subconscious mind also serves as a powerful filter that determines what you notice and what you ignore in your environment. This filtering system is incredibly sophisticated, processing millions of pieces of sensory information every second and bringing to your conscious attention only what it determines is relevant based on your current programming. When someone is focused on scarcity and limitation, their subconscious filters their perception to highlight evidence of these conditions. They notice every price increase, every competitive threat, every reason why their goals might be difficult to achieve. Conversely, when someone maintains a consistent focus on abundance and opportunity, their subconscious begins highlighting different aspects of the same environment. They notice resources they had overlooked, connections they hadn't considered, and possibilities that were invisible to them before. This perceptual filtering explains why two people can experience the same event and come away with completely different interpretations of what happened. It's not that one person is right and the other is wrong. They're literally seeing different realities based on their subconscious programming. Understanding this principle can revolutionize how you approach goal achievement. Instead of trying to force outcomes through willpower alone, you can begin programming your subconscious to notice and attract the resources, people, and circumstances that will support your objectives. This doesn't mean sitting back and waiting for things to happen to you. It means aligning your internal programming with your external actions to create exponentially more powerful results. The relationship between your subconscious mind and your physical health represents another frontier of remarkable possibility. Your subconscious controls all of your body's automatic functions, from your heartbeat and breathing to your immune system and cellular repair processes. More importantly, it responds to your mental and emotional states by adjusting these physical processes accordingly. When your subconscious is programmed with chronic stress, worry, or fear, it triggers physiological responses that can compromise your health over time. Your body remains in a state of alert, diverting energy away from healing and growth toward preparation for threats that exist primarily in your imagination. This chronic activation of stress responses has been linked to countless health problems, from digestive issues and sleep disorders to cardiovascular disease and autoimmune conditions. But the reverse is equally powerful. When you program your subconscious with images and feelings of health, vitality, and well-being, it begins optimizing your body's natural healing and maintenance systems. This isn't about denying the reality of physical challenges or replacing medical care with positive thinking. It's about understanding that your mental and emotional states have real, measurable effects on your physical condition and learning to use this connection constructively. Athletes have long understood this mind-body connection, using visualization and mental rehearsal to improve their physical performance. They spend hours imagining themselves executing perfect movements, feeling the satisfaction of achieving their goals, and experiencing the confidence that comes with success. This mental practice creates neural pathways that support actual physical performance, allowing them to access their best capabilities when it matters most. The same principles apply to healing and health maintenance. When you consistently visualize your body functioning optimally, feel grateful for your physical capabilities, and maintain mental images of yourself as healthy and energetic, you're providing your subconscious with clear instructions for how to direct your body's resources. Perhaps the most profound aspect of subconscious programming is how it shapes your future. Most people think of the future as something that happens to them, determined by external circumstances beyond their control. But your future is actually being created right now by the programs running in your subconscious mind. Every repeated thought, every emotional pattern, every mental image you hold is an instruction to your subconscious about what kind of future to create. Your subconscious then influences your perceptions, decisions, and actions in ways that move you toward the future that matches your internal programming. This is why some people seem to consistently attract opportunities, while others encounter obstacle after obstacle. It's not that the universe favors certain individuals over others. It's that people with different subconscious programming literally create different experiences through the way they perceive and respond to their circumstances. Consider someone who has programmed their subconscious with the belief that they are capable and deserving of success. When they encounter a setback, their subconscious interprets it as temporary feedback rather than evidence of their limitations. They maintain their energy and focus, look for lessons and adjustments they can make, and persist until they find a solution. Their resilience and consistent effort eventually create the successful outcomes that confirm their original programming. Meanwhile, someone programmed with beliefs about their inadequacy or the difficulty of achieving their goals interprets the same setback as confirmation that success isn't meant for them. Their energy drops, their focus shifts to protecting themselves from further disappointment, and they begin making choices from a place of limitation rather than possibility. This shift in energy and decision-making creates exactly the kind of future their subconscious was programmed to expect. The key to transforming your future lies in understanding that you can consciously choose what programs to install in your subconscious mind. This isn't about pretending current challenges don't exist or denying difficult realities. It's about choosing to focus your mental and emotional energy on the outcomes you want to create rather than the problems you want to avoid. Effective subconscious programming requires 3 essential elements working together. First, you need clear, vivid mental images of your desired outcomes. Your subconscious thinks in pictures and responds most powerfully to detailed visualizations that engage all your senses. The more real and specific you can make these mental movies, the more effectively they will influence your subconscious programming. Second, you need genuine emotion connected to these images. Your subconscious pays attention to information that carries emotional intensity. When you can generate real feelings of excitement, gratitude, or satisfaction while visualizing your goals, you're sending a much stronger signal to your subconscious than if you simply think about what you want intellectually. Third, you need consistent repetition over time. Your subconscious changes gradually through sustained input rather than dramatic one-time experiences. This is why brief moments of motivation rarely create lasting change, while consistent, daily practice of visualization and positive self-talk can transform your entire life trajectory. The process of reprogramming your subconscious requires patience and persistence because you're literally rewiring neural pathways that may have been strengthening for years or decades. Your current automatic thoughts, emotional reactions, and behavioral patterns didn't develop overnight, and they won't disappear overnight either. But here's what's remarkable about this process. Even small, consistent changes in your subconscious programming begin creating noticeable improvements in your daily experience within just a few weeks. As your new programs strengthen, they start influencing your perception, energy, and choices in ways that create positive momentum. Success builds on success, and what started as conscious effort gradually becomes automatic and natural. The transformation becomes self-reinforcing as your external results begin matching your internal programming. When you consistently visualize yourself as confident and capable, you start noticing opportunities to demonstrate these qualities. When you take advantage of these opportunities successfully, the positive outcomes reinforce your new self-image, making it even easier to maintain the programming that created the success in the first place. This is how lasting change actually happens. It's not through dramatic breakthroughs or sudden transformations, though these can occur. It's through the patient, consistent practice of feeding your subconscious mind with clear images and strong emotions connected to your desired future. Then allowing these programs to gradually reshape your automatic thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Understanding your subconscious mind is like discovering you've been living in a house for years without realizing there was an entire additional floor filled with powerful tools and resources. Once you learn to access and direct this hidden level of your mind, you gain capabilities that seemed impossible when you were relying solely on conscious willpower and effort. Your subconscious mind is not your enemy or some mystical force beyond your influence. It's a sophisticated system designed to help you navigate the world effectively and achieve your objectives. When you learn to work with this system by providing it with clear, positive programming, you unlock potential that has been waiting within you all along. The journey of subconscious transformation begins with awareness and commitment. Awareness of how your current programming is shaping your experience, and commitment to the patient, consistent practice required to install new programs. Every day offers countless opportunities to strengthen the mental and emotional patterns that will create the future you truly desire. Your subconscious mind is listening right now, ready to accept whatever instructions you choose to give it. The question isn't whether you're programming your subconscious, because that's happening automatically whether you're conscious of it or not. The question is whether you're going to take conscious control of this programming to create the life you actually want to live.